Welcome everybody to the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series Round 2 at Sin City, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Tonight, these drivers, a full house here tonight, and it is going to be a packed field. Well, let's do a little bit of race recap here real quick from last week for the Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series at Kansas to open up. Justin Gand grabbing the pole to get things going for the Xfinity driver. Coming to lap number 7, the first caution of the evening came out. Joshua Gillian, the number 43, and the 39 of Dwayne Dunn made contact, sending both of them to the outside wall. But Joshua Gillian was sent hard back down onto the apron, hitting the inside wall. Unfortunately, ending his night. He did get it fixed and got it back on track, but it was not the race Joshua wanted last week. Another caution came out on lap 28 when the 32 of Darren Clement coming in and out of turn 1 and 2 just lost the back end. Several drivers involved in that one, the 899, 51, and others after that as well. But in the end, only 4 cautions last week altogether, with a couple of green flag pit stops to boot. Man, it was awesome last week by these guys. But it was Cale Gale taking his first victory for the Extreme Motorsports, his first victory for Hyperdrive, and the first victory to open up the season. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Tonight and MaxSpeedTV. I am Joshua Medlock for MaxSpeedTV. Joining me tonight is a newcomer, not a newcomer to Extreme, but she's going to help me here tonight. Katie Dugas joining me. Katie, glad to have you, and I know you're new. You've seen these guys practice. What do you think about it so far?
I'm excited. Vegas to me seems to be all about strategy. I'm curious to see how these guys are going to play out on tires, you know, when these restarts come out. On some of these fresh tires, I'm curious to see how they're going to handle it. So a lot of big names in here, a lot I'm not familiar with, but, you know, from watching what I did from last week, these guys are going to give us one heck of a show for sure.
Well, they give me one heck of a show every week. Trust me, losing your voice and then going back and doing it all over again. It's one of those things, Katie. But, you know, we got some warm track temps out there here tonight. 112-degree track temp with an air temp of 70. So these warm track temps going to play a factor in the tire wear, but it's going to make the green flag run maybe a little bit longer. All right, 133 laps here tonight, 199 and a half miles. Tire window at about 25 to 30. A fuel window at about 38 to 43, roughly. They don't do stages here, so it's going to be a straight run. As always, 38 to 43. Pit road speed, I do believe, is 45 miles an hour. These guys are going to have to get it woed down. We've seen some mistakes last night in the trucks coming down pit road, and that just spinning it can really cost you a race. And that is not what you want coming down pit road. So these guys are going to have to be careful coming down a pit road. And since this is also the second week of the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series, we got the first leg of the points to go down here tonight. Cale Gale, of course, up at the top spot, a total of 47 points. J.T. Hawkins, he is tied with Ed Morris, 45. Both of these two back behind Cale, second and third respectively. And then another tie between David Elliott and Bryce Senesac, fourth and fifth, 42. They're 3 behind GT and Ed. Jacob Bell in sixth, 41 points, 1 behind. Nick Cunt in seventh, 39, 2 behind. Then we have another tie. Michael Mueller and Chuck Sweeting with 36. Both of these gentlemen, 3 behind Nick Hunt, 8th and 9th. And Dalton Cowden going to round out the top 10, 34. Tied with Alan Elwood as well with 34. 2 back behind Chuck and Michael. Justin Gannon, 12, 33 points, one behind Allen and Dalton. Brandon Freeze in 13th, 31 points, two behind. David Weishart, 14th, 30 points, one behind Brandon. And Jerry Glenn, going to round out the top 15 of points with 29 points, one behind David Weishart. So point standings early on in the Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series. And, of course, it's going to change again after tonight. Question is, who is going to bring it home into victory lane? That is going to be the big question. As these drivers get prepared and get into qualifying, we've got team points to go down, as well as the team directory for each of the teams out there. We'll go over that again tonight as well. But we are going to step away here real quick, play the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the fray, and the
Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV as we take a look here at the qualifying times here real quick. Currently, Alan J. Owood up at the top spot, number 5. Tommy Haynes in second. GT Hawkins is going to round out that third position here in qualifying. They are getting set for the drivers' meeting. They are getting into the lobby there, so we will let Don Kidder and Andy Starcher, who are your admins here tonight, handle the drivers meeting, and we're going to get to the point standings here for the Xfinity Series team points here tonight, starting with Maverick Motorsports. They're in that top spot here with 67 points. Jacob Bell Racing in second with 64. Hyperdrive Motorsports in third with 63. Performance Motorsports in fourth with 62. Primetime Motorsports in fifth place here tonight. Coming into tonight with 61. Virtual Racing Alliance with 61 as well, tied with Primetime in sixth. Performance Motorsports with a 4 is in seventh with 56 points. Samson Motorsports in eighth with 45. And Downforce Motorsports coming in ninth here tonight with 27 points. And as we go up and take a look at the total team points here, this is the total for all series combined, the oval side, K&N Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. This is what will determine the champion, the team championship, at the end of the 15th race, the 5th race in the chase. So Samson Motorsports coming into tonight in that top spot, 394 points. Downforce in second, 381 points. Primetime in third, 367 points. Jacob Bell Racing in fourth, 365 points. Performance Motorsports in fifth, 364 points. Hyperdrive in sixth, 340. Maverick Motorsports in seventh, 333. Performance Motorsports in eighth, 203. And Virtual Racing Alliance in ninth at a 271. Well, Katie, stacked field, points again on the line. A lot of teams out here that you're unfamiliar with. What do you think about just what you're seeing and what these guys are doing for Extreme?
I'm impressed. And I use the word, I don't even remember what I said during practice, other than organization. I mean, these guys have it figured out. Not only are you fighting for a championship, but you've got, your different teams coming into play. And I think that's a huge factor, whether you're on a short track or a super speedway, is having people that you trust around you that are going to work on that alliance, figure out where you can and can't run. I do believe that your teams are your biggest competition. I mean, I'm going to say it. There's nothing like beating somebody on your own team. But, these guys clearly work together. And I've got to say, I am beyond impressed at, how smooth things have run so far. And like I said, organization was the biggest word I could use. And, they really do. It's impressive.
Yeah, and it really is. I was very familiar coming in. Of course, I go way back with Extreme. I was familiar with the organization that they had, so it wasn't a surprise of what I was getting into. But, somebody new that's unfamiliar with the structure they have, it can be mind-boggling. It can really just, blow your mind. Like, wow, they got all of this stuff, that they're doing and that they're trying to do and that they're going to do, and just everything just kind of falls into place. And of course, it takes teamwork as well.
Yeah, it was a lot to take on. I mean, not just trying to figure out how to pronounce everybody's last names, but this is a huge league, and I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. So when I came into TeamSpeak the first time and see all these guys, I'm like, man, this is a whole lot of people. But I mean, obviously stacked field, and you've got guys on the waiting list. So this is really, really impressive for me.
Well, they do appreciate it. I mean, they blow my mind every week, and of course we've got some of the drivers out here to get you familiar with, and everybody out there tuning in here tonight, thank you so much for tuning in each and every week. We're going to go down through here for the Xfinity Series here tonight, and we'll let everybody know who is driving for who points-wise. For here in the Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series, we're going to start here with Performance Motorsports. The two drivers that are their points drivers tonight, Tommy Haynes and Bryce Senesac, the number 17 and the 09. Jeff Glockner is a development driver. He is racing as a development driver in the Xfinity Series for Performance. Performance Motorsports, Darren Clement in the 32 and Dalton Cowden in the 34. Chad Curran is their development driver for Performance. Samson Motorsports, Garrett Grant in the 24 and David Weishart in the 88. Dwayne Dunn is their development driver. We go to Downforce Motorsports, Andrew Mraz in the 99 and Lee Overton in the 16, and Blair Patterson is their development driver. Maverick Motorsports, we've got GT Hawkins and Hunter McDaniel, the number 14 and the number 75. They currently don't have a development driver. Nicholas Vroman for Primetime Motorsports in the 95 and Ed Morris in the 7. Jeremy Horn is their development driver. Hyperdrive Motorsports, we've got Cale Gale in the 83, Matt Welsenbach in the 29. Tommy Amassi is their development driver. A Virtual Racing Alliance, Alan Elwood in the 5, and Jeffrey Creek in the number 51. VRA does not have a development driver at this present time. Jacob Bell Racing going to round out the teams here tonight. Jacob Bell in the 77 and Zach Ogburn in the 87. That is going to be the two guys for teams for Jacob Bell Racing. And Zach Willard is going to be their development driver here in the Xfinity Series in this season, unless something, of course, changes throughout the season. That can happen. But as it stands right now, these drivers is their points drivers as well as their development coming up, hopefully, into the next series. Because you got the K&N to start things off, the trucks, then, of course, the Xfinity, and then you've got, the Cup tomorrow night. So, the 4 series, and that's the oval side of things. And it looks like everybody right now, Katie, is getting down to their respective rooms to kind of get the preparation, the mental preparation coming into tonight. 133 laps, a 1.5-mile track. It is a very fast 1.5-mile track.
Well, it's Vegas. I mean, what else can you say?
Well, do you think what happens on the track, I ask everybody, is going to stay on the track?
No, it comes at you live on MaxSpeedTV.
Well, all right. Well, let's see here if maybe we can get a word in with somebody. I do believe they are done currently. So let's see if might be able to get let's get an interview in here if we can. How about we go, if I could find him. Want to see if I can get Cameron Hearn up here. I got to find him. A lot of people. A lot of people to go through, for sure. Oh, yeah, trying to find him is the question, though. That's the thing. It looks like Cameron is going to be down there in BRA. So let's go ahead and see if we can get him down here real quick. Cameron Hearn, Joshua Medlock in the broadcast booth. Buddy, got a copy?
I got you.
Well, Cameron, it's going to be starting in 4th here tonight, buddy. Man, how's it going for you down there? How did qualifying feel? How did practice feel? What's it like down there with these track temps the way they are?
Yes, it's really tricky. I mean, starting off the run, it feels great 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 it gets tight quick, and that's the first 5-10 laps of a run, and then after that it gets really loose. So you're definitely going to see. I think you're going to see a lot of guys, especially early in runs, maybe on restarts, get in the wall coming off forward because you think you can make it around that corner and it just doesn't stick and it slides up. And then on the long run, the opposite, the tail will kind of kick out. So it's kind of I think it's going to be the person who kind of not survives, but takes care of the stuff to the end.
So you think it's going to be all about taking care of that Xfinity car out here tonight, saving some tires when the tire saving is necessary, and saving, of course, fuel early on. Fuel, really not a problem. Tires not, they are going to fall off. So you think, as it progresses, just taking really care of your car.
Right. The main thing is keeping it off the wall. These cars are so sensitive. It's a big track. Getting the wall hard enough, if you even brush it, it's going to kill your downforce and kill the handling even more. So definitely keeping off the wall, taking care of your tires, I think is going to be key. Especially, I think we're going to get a long run once the race kind of gets going,
Well, all righty, Cameron, we're going to let you get back to your team, buddy, down there. Good luck, man.
All right, buddy, I appreciate it.
Uh-huh. Well, he is going to be currently going to be starting in fourth. I'm going to go back toward the back of the field here. I try to get at least somebody from the front to the back, so that way we can kind of get a perspective of the layout of the field and, kind of get the driver's input. So let's see if I can find Corbin Balky here. Corbin Balky, Joshua Booth, got a copy.
Yep, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, Corbin. Well, enough qualifying you wanted. Currently running 26th. I'm sure that's not what you wanted, but that's where you're going to start out here tonight, man. How's qualifying? How was practice? And what do you got to do here tonight, bud?
I'm just gonna drop back and coast. I'm gonna let everybody wreck out and try to get to the end of this thing.
So survive, basically.
Pretty much, yep.
All right, Corbin. Well, with about 3.5 minutes left here in the preparation for it, you got a game plan, going forward as a team? You don't have to go through the game plan. Y'all got a game plan?
I mean, we're in 26th and back, so nobody wants our game plan, but we're just going to ride around and try to save tires and save gas and see if we can't be there at the end of this thing.
All righty, Corbin. We'll let you get back to it, but good luck down there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Uh-huh. Well, Katie, big field, a lot of people qualifying, but only the top 12, of course, getting that bonus point that I was talking about earlier. The last driver is going to be Hunter McDaniel in that 12th position, getting that bonus point. Justin Gann 11th, Nicholas Vroman 10th, Garrett Heath 9th, Michael Mueller 8th, Dalton Cowden 7th, Jacob Bell 6th, Timothy Zayas 5th, Cameron Hearn 4th, G.T. Hawkins 3rd, Tommy Haynes 2nd, and Alan Elwood going to be our pole sitter here tonight. So, a shake up in the points, getting as many points early as you possibly can change going into, say the 19th race of the regular season, of course the 10th race, the final of the regular season, to hoping to get in to the chase, because only the top 12 make it.
Well, I mean, you got to think, even the same in, actual life, things are going to happen. You may have something come up, so why not capitalize on these points coming in, just as early? Go ahead and get them all knocked out now. And then, consistency is key. Regardless of where you finish each week, I mean, you're still going to want it. Regardless, like I said, if you start towards the back, even finish towards the back, you're still going to get that advantage over somebody who, potentially doesn't take the field that week. So every point matters regardless. And definitely getting into the chase, you're going to want every possible point you can have.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Points, it is early in the season. We're only the second race into it. But, you're going to get points. But getting the most of it. Because you can go, we had the biggest moves here. We've only had one race. But you look at the points, and in the rule book states, for the Xfinity Series, and we're going to look at the Xfinity Series here, first place can receive 45 points. That's the way it's set. So 45 points for first. Of course, if you lead a lap, you get a point. If you're incident free, you get 2 bonus points. And qualifying, if you're up in the top 12, you're going to get another bonus point. So you can really, in a sense, get a total 49 points if everything works out your way. Of course, negative 1 point per every 6 incidents. So, if you have a clean, flawless race, you can go from, say, 20th to the top 10 or so.
Like I said, you're going to want to capitalize on every possible point you can. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is iRacing. You're still going to have incidents. You're going to have cautions. Yep. So definitely try to work it in your favor. But at some point, you have to think, do I stay out on old tires, possibly coming off of a caution, something like that? Do I really try to get myself into trouble with some of these guys, just to get that extra bonus point? Personally, yep. I would. But that's why I don't race, because, one, I'm a bad sport. So, like I said, just try to get everything you possibly can. But these guys clearly have it figured out. I mean, they look like a bunch of clean racers, and I can't wait to see what tonight brings for sure.
Well, it's gonna bring some racing. So you're in a good spot right here, Katie. Well, this is gonna be the MaxSpeedTV starting grid here tonight. Alan Elwood gonna get the pole here tonight with a 29.946. Congratulations to Alan for getting the pole. Tommy Haynes going to be starting on the outside of him in second place here tonight. GT Hawkins third. Cameron Hearn in fourth. Timothy Zayas fifth. Jacob Bell sixth. Dalton Cowden seventh. Michael Mueller eighth. Garrett Heath ninth. And Nicholas Vroman going to be rounding out the top 10. Do you want to go down through the next 10, or do you want me to do it?
I'm going to let you do it, because I don't want to butcher these guys' last names and then hate me for the rest of the season.
All right. Well, Justin Gann going to be starting 11th. Hunter McDaniel 12th. David Elliott 13th. Cale Gale 14th. David Weishart 15th. Ed Moore 16th. And Darren Clement 17th. Mike Rominger 18th. Andrew Moraz 19th. Gary May 20th. Bryce Sinisak 21st. Nick Hunt 22nd. Garrett D. Grant 23rd. Zach Ogburn 24th. Brandon Freeze 25th. Corbin Balky 26th. Jerry Glenn 27th, Tommy Amassi 28th, Jeffrey Creek 29th, Mark Hamlin 30th, Matthew Welzenbach 31st, Blair Patterson 32nd, Jason Eisenhower 33rd, Chuck Sweeting not going to qualify here tonight. He is going to start 34th, Richie Evans same 35th, Adam Eisenhower 36th, Michael Thwaites 37th, Zach Willard 38th, Joshua Gillian 39th, Nolan Neiman 40th, Ryan Swan going to be starting 41st, Andy Starcher and Don Kidder is going to round it out here tonight as your admins.
And out of 41 drivers, I probably would have mispronounced 26.
Yeah, don't worry, I did the same thing. Alan Elwood going to be on the inside here in the number 5. The 17 going to be on the outside. Well, pacing here is not fun. It is a 1.5 miles, but it is a big 1.5 miles. It is wide in some spots. You can go 2, 3 wide, and you can go 4 wide. I'm not saying you can. I expect we're going to see some 4 wide action here tonight. I don't expect it to be early, but if it happens, I may lose my voice before lap 50.
I predict that happening anyway, so, I mean, that's kind of a given.
All right, here we go, folks. 19 viewers here currently. I'm sure that'll pick up as it goes on. I'm sure people are just getting off work and getting home and getting things set up. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Katie, again, thank you. Here we go, folks. The Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series at Sin City Round 2. Pace car is up. Alan Elwood in control. Here we go. Waiting for the green flag. And the green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing at Las Vegas. And we've got a caution. What happened on the start of the race here tonight? The first caution. What happened? All right, I
now,
believe.
I'm not a driver by any stretch, but it looked like somebody missed a gear maybe coming off the start.
Well, we're going to go back here on MaxSpeedTV. We're going to take a look here and see kind of what happened, what transpired here. And we'll let the admins up here in the booth kind of get get it figured out here, but where did it initiate is the thing. It's going to be, the 98. Right here. It looks like contact, the 05, the 33. We're 3 wide back here before the start-finish line. The 36, I believe that is involved. The 26 involved. The 33 going topsy-turvy, rolling on the front stretch. The 40, the 67 looks like he locked it down. The 191 at Blair Patterson going to have some significant damage here early on in the race as they get it all aligned back up.
Were you in group chat whenever you said we needed to bring it 4 wide?
No, nobody can hear me but you and the people listening.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they were listening to you and wanted to give you a shaky start there.
I guess. I don't know. I know there's a lot of drivers out here that do have the stream up, and I tell them each and every week, if you're driving, drive, but they don't listen to me, so,
Well,
it's
at least
all
you're
right.
not texting and driving. You can listen
That's
and
true.
drive.
That's true. Well, Alan Elwood up front, Tommy Haynes second, GT after the first lap. I'm not going to interview anybody out there right now because, well, they don't know. They don't know how it's really going to affect them here early. So, Jacob Shalafo in chat there saying, Katie, it took Josh almost half the last season saying my last name wrong. And yeah, I was correct. Yeah, that is true. So, Alan Fox in chat. How you doing, Alan? We got 2 Allens, and I get them confused from time to time. We got Elwood and Fox. Now, Fox right now is in chat. Alan, the other Alan's on track. Well, not what these guys wanted, Katie. They didn't want to start this out here tonight this way. They wanted to get it clean, but this is a huge field. I mean, 41 drivers out here, and these Xfinity cars pack a lot of horsepower.
Well, you can look at it one of 2 ways. Either they're going to go ahead and get the cautions out of the way now and set up for some, better green flag runs at the end.
Yep.
Or maybe it just happens that way.
Well, and I've been broadcasting these guys, for a while. I know how they race. They are very competitive. They really are, and they're clean. But their mistakes do happen by these guys, and it happens by everybody. Whether it doesn't matter where it's at. They'll get it figured out. Trust me, they'll lock it down, and I'm sure we're going to see some green flag pit stops here tonight too. This is by far not going to be. I mean, we had 4 cautions last week. Started out rough, but they got to figure it out. They're going to do the same thing again tonight. Words of encouragement, and because I've seen it, I've got experience at it, and they'll get it figured out. They're going to get the one to go this time by, it looks like. We're going to get double file here. It looks like Allen's going to choose the inside line again. Going to put Tommy Haynes again on the outside. GT third, Cameron Hearn fourth. It looks like pretty much everybody's going to be starting kind of where they were. 14. Okay. Let's see here. Looks like, yeah, everybody's getting lined up. Trying to figure out, I see a number there, and I'm trying to figure out who that is. It's the 14, the 31 of GT. Ooh, not sure exactly if that's me or if that is paints, but I got 3114 there for GT Hawkins. So we're going to have to, we'll look at that later. But pace car is going to dive back off here. Going to be coming to lap number 6 this time by. All right, here we go. Allen already on the loud pedal, and the green flag is back out. Buggity, buggity, buggity. We're back underway here, folks. GT Hawkins going to waste no time. Going to go up in the second from third. And Allen going to hold that front line here as side-by-side action behind him. Tommy Haynes, Jacob Bell. Oh, almost door-to-door. The 17 and the 77. Out of behind them, the 46 of Michael Mueller. And Timothy Zayas. Right up behind the group there. It's got Cameron Hearn right up ahead of him in the 25. 46 going to fall back. Here comes the 32 of Timothy Zayas. The 34 of Cowden. Still pretty much neck and neck. They're going single file now. Probably trying to, want to get some of these laps wound down. Maybe figure out the tires. But the battle's in the back there. They're still side by side back here. Zach Ogburn. Garrett D. Grant. Then running back here around the 18th, 19th position. Well, back here to Ryan Swan, Justin Gann, Richie Evans, Zach Willard, and in the 79, he's got the 8 of Richie Evans behind him. Still some racing toward the back, Katie.
That's kind of where I'm focused at. I kind of took my eyes off the front because I'm curious. I mean, as a driver, would you try to run up front and click off as many laps as you can, or do you try to hold off towards the back and survive?
Early on, if I was driving, I'd probably hang back. And that's just me. I'd probably hang back. But, sometimes in a sense, you don't really need to hang back. You just need to go. It is early, and we're going to go side by side up here, 34-46. Dalton Cowden going to make the pass there on that 46. The 23 of Garrett Heath coming into the outside of the 46. Here comes the 88 of David Weishart as well. He is coming right along the 23. We talk about drafting. You can get a little bit of draft here. It's fast enough to get that draft. Side drafting going to play a bigger factor, though, than what a super speedway would behind one another. Side drafting here can play a big factor.
Yeah, that's where you're going to want your teamwork to come into play, because I would rather have somebody behind me or right around me that I knew I was comfortable with that side draft for sure, trying to pull me a little bit. But, these guys are going awfully close, but man, these guys are some clean drivers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide here. Oh, well, the 99, I believe that is, of Ander Mraz. He's flying up through the field here. It looked like to me he was going to take it 3 wide there for a moment. He did split the gap. He didn't go between the 87 and the 2, but he was looking, and he's looking again here, coming across the stripe back here around 23rd. Just can't get that momentum enough to get that car in there, but he's looking.
I mean, I'm overly aggressive. Like I said, I don't race for a reason. There's clearly a reason for that. But, yeah. I mean, at what point do you try to get that aggressive? Do you push it this early on at 13 in, or do you wait till that last, on a speedway not speedway, but a bigger track like this, do you wait till 30 to 40 to go and then try to make that pass?
Well, 30 to 40 to go, you'd be within that fuel window. You got to calculate that in there too. If you've got the fuel to make it, I would say just go. If you don't have the fuel to make it, then you've really got to back it off. You're like, okay, I can't make it, so if I can't make it, who can and who can't? So there's a lot of gonna be some strategy gonna play off in that.
Well, you don't want to wear your car out this early.
Exactly. You want to keep it clean. You want to try to do what you can to survive, but you also don't want to get too far back to where if it gets down to the wire, there's not enough laps to catch up.
Or you don't have enough car to catch back up.
Or enough car, yes. Well, Gary May to the inside here to the 16. I believe that is the 00 of Nick Hunt. And yet again, this week, for some reason, it is showing him in the 16 again. Not entirely sure what's going on there. Did it again. So battle back here, though. Dick Hunt, Gary May, Mraz, Zach Ogburn. Here comes the two. Brandon Freeze to the inside of the 87. Going to drop it down in front of the 35 of Darren Clement. Oh, behind them, Corbin Balky, Michael Thwaites. And these guys.
One in the infield.
Oh, we got a caution. Yes, we do. I can catch up to him here. Looks like it's going to be, well,
the 46.
The 46 of Michael Mueller. Go back here and take a look. All right, well, Michael Mueller on the outside. What happened to the 46? Oh, right there. Looks like the 46 back end looks like started to snap loose coming out of 4. And the 88 right there tags him right in front. The 88 or the 46 goes in front of the 88. That sends the 46 right across the grass. All right, everybody, looks like down pit road. Except for Jerry Glenn and Joshua Gillen going to stay out. Now, Alan Elwood going to be the first one off of pit road here. Nicholas Roman going to be currently, it looks like, in 11th. Let's see here. See if I can get Roman. I'll find him. There he is. Nicholas Roman, Josh for the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, what's up, Nicholas? Well, still early. Just outside the top 10 right now, buddy. Currently 11th. Man, how's the track feeling down there? It looks like it's a little warm, a little loose.
Yeah, see, when you have those longer runs here, the car definitely starts to kick out there, coming out of the corners. Key is keep it cool, keep it calm, relax those tires early on, and make it last for a long run.
Well, what is it going to take for these drivers and yourself to you think it's nerves? You think it's nerves and a combination of the track out here tonight?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's pretty racy, especially through turns 1 and 2, a lot of side-by-side action.
All righty, Nicholas. Well, let's get back to it, buddy. Good luck down there. It ain't over.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. All right. let's see here. Who else we can talk to? We got a minute here. If they get the one to go this time by before I make any decisions on an interview. We're going to be coming to the line. Well, starting out a little rough for everybody out there, but they'll get it figured out. Yeah, they're going to get the one to go. So we're not going to get another interview in here.
So I gotta ask, you've been around these guys obviously way longer than I have. Who's your pick tonight?
Oh Lord. Put me on the spot there, really?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. These guys out here, they know how to race. And it's very hard to pick just one driver. Man, I don't know. You know, it's rough. I think I'm going to have to go with the number 7 of Ed Morris.
Well, I'd be taking a blind leap if I did it, so I don't know that I'm going to do that and curse anybody just yet.
It's so hard to pick, though. It really is. Well, up front, Alan Elwood, D.T. Hawkins, Jacob Bell, Tommy Haynes, Dalton Cowden. Pace cars off and away, coming to lap 22. Here we go, back underway here, coming to lap 22. Man, these guys. And pretty much, I believe everybody came down pit road. Alan Elwood up front, Jacob Bell second, started 6th. GT, right where he's at, we got a car that's off pace, off into the grass. Who was that? I'm not sure. 3 wide. Oh, good Lord, almost contact between the 35 and the 12. Darren Clement and Michael Thwaites. Oh, we're 3 wide again back here. Michael Thwaites losing positions in that 12 machine. Man, good save though. Good job by these drivers out here to not really get into one another. Up side by side, Ander Mraz. The 09 of Bryce Sittasak just right up ahead of him. The 9 of Mike Rominger. They're going to go side by side, the 09 and the 9. This is back here, 15th, 16th position. Brandon Freeze getting past there by the 99. Now the 99 of Andrew. He is looking again to the inside of the 9 of Mike Rominger. Can he hold it? Can he make it stick? Oh, that was close, but he is going to make the pass. Can he complete it? He will. And the battle back here behind. Oh, we got some drivers back here off pace. Oh, Zach Willard, no caution. What happened to the 79? We're going to take a look here on the MaxSpeedTV replay under green flag here. What happened to the 79 of Zach Willard? Take a look at it here. Zach was running back here with the 8. Oh, right there. Oh, a little bit of check it up, going on, trying to save it. The 79 doing what he can. Oh, contact there between the 8 and the 79 sends both of them across the grass. Zach Willard goes all the way down into the pit road. Oh, still green flag here tonight. Still green, still green. No caution. Getting it lined up, single foul. 25, Cameron Hearn to the inside of the 88 of David Weishart. Timothy Zayas in the 32, all over the back bumper. And this is what these guys do, Katie. They race it up every lap like it's the last lap.
I mean, it's exciting so much, and I can't help but be stunned by some of this because how they've made some of these recoveries, I'm just floored by. But, I mean, man.
Yeah, it's amazing. These guys have made some awesome saves that I have witnessed, and it's awesome. You know, they take the time and effort to, get that seat time, get that practice time, and just the confidence that all these drivers have around one another, it makes a difference. It really does. Cameron Hearn and the 32 still doing battle up here at around the 8th position. Ed Morris, Mike Rominger, but this is back here going about 17th. They're side by side all over the place. I can't keep up with them all. Cale Gale now in the mix in the 83. He is to the inside of the 95 of Roman. He is coming up on the 25 and the 32. Brandon Freeze coming up on the 99 and the 9 of Mike Rominger and Andrew Raz. Darren Clement in the 35. He's back a couple of positions, currently running in 19th. As Zach Ogburn and company do battle. Back in around 22nd. Corbin Balky and Nick Hunt right up ahead of him. Yep, probably so. I'll lose my voice before the end of the race. It always happens. Never fails. But Alan Elwood, he's not really breaking away. And I've got to say, GT now up to second. He really keeping a close eye there on Alan Elwood. GT Hawkins, part of Maverick Motorsports. Alan Elwood, part of VRA, a Virtual Racing Alliance. And Dalton Kelton back here in third. He is going to be a part of I believe it's Performance. Yeah, it's Performance. Yeah. Oh, really? 3 different teams running 1, 2, 3. Guy still shaking it up. Nicholas Froman, Ed Morris, Timothy Zayas. Now, Hunter McDaniel's in the picture here. Started 12th, still running 12th. He's on the outside there of the 32 of Zayas. And that mid to high line, and I watched it last night, Katie, in the trucks. A lot of these guys were running that mid to high line. Really the preferred line. Of course, you save tires, but a lot of the drivers also going to run that low line. You use up a lot of tires. And with these track temps and the way it is slick out there, it's really any line is not safe.
No, I mean, that left side tire wear is going to be key. I'd pay attention to it anytime you come out of the pits. I mean, check back on that and see, what line you were running, how your tires are wearing off, and then, play that towards the end of this race for sure.
Oh, Hunter McDaniel blinked out. He's back. He's all right. Oh, Garrett Heath in the 23, going to get passed up by the 25 of Cameron Hearn. Well, times are starting to fall off. They've been out here now at about 18 laps on these tires. So about 7 or so laps, they're going to be within a tires at about 25 to 30 is kind of what I put. It could be plus or minus a few. And I don't think really anybody's saving tires right now. Early on, I really don't think I would be. Oh, Zach Ogburn, the 87. Garrett D. Grant right up ahead of him. Looks like the 24 of Garrett D. Grant running that high line. Yeah, they're coming up on the 30 of Justin Gann, Corbin Balky. And are we going to go 3 wide? Oh, 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide. Coming into 1. 3 wide. Oh, 3 wide, still 3 wide. And it looks like the 4 of Corbin Balky going to back out. They're going to go 2 wide and almost 3 wide again. Good Lord.
I think he played the risk versus reward there. I mean, you really push it 3 wide and really, chance not only junking you, but, the rest of the pack behind you.
Well, it's early, and these guys are going to go 3 wide, but do you really want to risk it? And I'm not.
You can go 4 wide. Doesn't mean it's the brightest.
Yeah, that's true. But it's early. Lap 40 of 133. We're not even at the halfway mark, and this is a solid green flag run these guys have had. About 21, 22 laps now, as it stands. Alan Elwood still up front. He's led all but 1 lap. Oh no, he's led them all. He's led 40 laps here tonight. Oh, we got a caution. Joshua Gillian, it looks like. Well, let's go back here and take a look at the number 40 of Joshua Gillian, see what happened. Well, coming out of 2, it looks like he's okay onto the backstretch. What happened? Coming into 3, it looks like he's okay. He's in the midline there. Just on the other. Oh, it just snapped loose, it looks like, on him. Coming out of 4 onto the front stretch, just snapped loose, sends him around. Doesn't look like he hit anything. It looks like he's okay. It looks like he might have a little bit of front end damage there. From maybe a previous, but as far as this, he doesn't hit nothing. So still a clean car, so to speak, but spinning it in front of traffic, that is going to definitely bring out a caution. So it looks like everybody not going to take any chances. Still early on, they're all going to now come down pit road, and pit road busy yet again here tonight. Yeah, about 60 something, I'm sure, halfway. We're looking at probably at about 60, I would say about 66 and a half, roughly. Something like that. All right, pit road, busy. And right now it looks like off of pit road, it's going to be Alan Elwood up front. Joshua Gillian looks like staying out. Nolan Neiman as well. Imagine these guys will come down pit road. Rick Nonathan in chat here tonight. I do see Rick up there in TeamSpeak, up there playing admin. Glad to see him out here tonight. Glad to see him in chat. Rick Donovan, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Man, I tell you what, watching a good race up here in the booth. How is everybody here tonight?
Well, Rick, we're doing just fine. Yeah, it's awesome racing again by these guys out here tonight. Just it looks like this track is a little hot and a little slick out there for these drivers.
Well, I tell you what, these guys are going to get it done here tonight. Got total faith in them, and I tell you, keep your eye out there on that number 83, Kale Gale, your points leader right now. Right behind him, GT Hawkins. I talked to Kale a little earlier this week. He is a little worried about GT Hawkins. He said that guy is fast. So definitely watch out for them two guys here tonight. I know they're definitely going to be battling Joshua.
Oh, yeah, they are, Rick. And, you know, they battle each and every week. You know, I know we've only had one race, but, you know, we seen it last week, you know, how these guys battle it out. And it's not going to be any different between now and the 15th race, you know, to finish out the season. And, you know, these guys are going to race it up throughout the season.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, been sitting back watching the live stream here, keeping an eye on what's going on here at Las Vegas here tonight. Elwood obviously up in the lead, doing a great job out there. But Joshua, I'm hearing one person up in the booth, and I could swear there's two people up here.
There's two of us. There's two of us. Katie Dugoff's joining me here tonight, Rick, and I know this is the first time you two have met. So she's new to the league, Rick. She doesn't know the name. She's afraid she's gonna butcher some names.
Well, I tell you what, Katie, it's awesome to meet you. Glad to have you up here in the booth with us here tonight. I tell you, looking out here into the audience, it looks like you're bringing a lot of the female audience over here. A lot of names. Have you already got a following?
Not necessarily, but I'm trying.
Well, I tell you what, based on what I'm seeing right here, it looks like you've already got a following. And, hey, we appreciate you being over here up in the booth with Joshua here tonight. So what's your take? What are we looking at here tonight at Vegas? What are you seeing, Katie?
Like I said going into this, I was really excited. And I don't want to curse the one that I had picked because I've only got to watch practice. And obviously, Kale Gale proved to be very fast last week. But I wanted to keep an eye on GT Hawkins. From what I did see, the guy can clearly run, and during practice, he had this figured out. So I really hope I don't give him that broadcaster's curse and make something really bad happen, but definitely excited to be here.
Fantastic. Well, I tell you, tonight is definitely going to be action-packed here tonight. 45 laps into the books here so far. And I tell you, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, my pick here tonight, I got to go with, I don't know, Jacob Bell. He has been pretty strong. He's showing to be pretty good. It is time for him to put that car in victory lane. Right now, 6th place in points. Keep your eye on Jacob Bell tonight.
All right, well, we got a pick from Rick Donovan here tonight live on MaxSpeedTV as they got the green flag there at lap 46. Rick, man, so 3 picks, 3 different drivers, 3 very fast drivers. So anything can happen, Rick, here at Extreme, and this is extreme racing.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, these guys getting ready to go back to green flag racing. I'm going to get with you guys later after the race. Katie, good luck up here in the booth tonight, young lady.
Well, thank you.
All righty, well, they are green flag racing. Alan Elwood still up front. Jacob Bell, Rick's pick, up to 2nd here. David Weishart in 3rd, Cameron Hearn 4th, Kale Gale 5th. But GT, of course, back in 6th. Garrett Heath 7th, Dalton Cowden 8th, Hunter McDaniel 9th, and Tommy Haynes is right now going to currently round out that top 10 here at lap 47 of 133. And with these fresh tires, Katie, they're really going to hammer down for a few laps until they start to wear.
Yeah, they're going to start to wear, I'm going to say within 5 to 10 laps or so, because that's when they're getting the best runs. But like I said, this is a whole different caliber of drivers for me, because I would think coming off of pit road like that maybe they would be a little slick getting them to wear in, but they've come off and just gotten this green flag just going.
Yep, yeah, about 6 laps into it. Still battles happening everywhere. Side by side in a couple of positions, single file for the most part. But thank you everybody for tuning in here tonight for the Extreme Motorsports and 99.com Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series. If you are just tuning in, it is myself, Joshua Medlock, with Katie Dugas here in the booth with me here tonight. And these guys still action-packed, 50 laps here. They are on lap 50. Going to take a look here real quick at this caution count here. 3 cautions for 11 laps. We still got plenty of laps to go. We got 84 laps left here in the books. 0 lead changes here tonight. So the driver that's been up front for this race has been that man right there in Alan Elwood, but he's got company. He's got the 77 of Bill Jacob behind him. Cameron Hearn and David Weishart, Katie. These guys, these 4 guys right now are getting a little bit of a gap there between them and Cale Gale and GT Hawkins and company.
Well, if I learned anything from watching last week's race, it doesn't necessarily mean how many laps you ran. Cale Gale led 3 laps, but at the end of the night, I mean, it's clearly the most important lap that you led.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, the most important lap, however, is the final lap. You know? Of course, bonus points, man. Getting the most laps led. The most laps led. You get a bonus point for getting the most laps led. Right now, Alan Elwood's on a tear here. Getting now a little bit of a gap there at about 0.2 of a second between him and Cameron Hearn. I'm going to go back toward the field here and check on some of the other drivers because can't count out anybody out here, really. The 09 of Bryce Sinesak down to the inside of, I believe that's the 95 of Nicholas Roman. He is on that outside up against the wall in that second, third lane here. I mean, there's probably 3 lanes here, I would say. 3 lanes, 2 distinctive lanes. The low side, as the 09 and the 32 get really close. And that's the thing with these guys here at Extreme. They can get door to door and not even wreck. I mean, that is how good these drivers are. The 32 going to get the run there on the outside. What a good run he got. He's going to complete the pass there. As they get kind of stacked up a little bit behind them. Bryce Sinesak, Mike Grominger, Darren Clement. Let's go back toward a little bit further. Jason Eisenhower. Are we going to go 3 wide back here with a 51 of Jeffrey Creek to the inside? 3 wide with Thwaites on the outside. Coming into 1. We are still 3 wide. Coming out of 2 onto the back stretch. They're 3 wide back here in the back of the field. And they're going to get it cleaned up here really quickly. The 12 of Thwaites going to complete the pass on the Sim Speed Shop 36, trying to complete it on the 51 of Creek. 3 wide again, Katie.
Oh, I'm holding my breath. I'm not even going to lie.
Okay, somebody's blinking a little bit there. Not sure who that is. A little bit of blinking out going on, but man, these battles. Well, the 4 of Corbin Balky going to be on the outside. He's going to complete the pass there on the 12 of Thwaites. Oh, man. Garrett D. Grant in the 24 looking to the inside of the 35. Coming up on the 9 of Rominger. Up here running about 16th. About mid-pack. Oh, the 2. The Brandon Freeze. He has got a view of the battle ahead of him between the 35 and the 24. But David Elliott also doing a little bit of battling of his own. He's to the inside of the 09 of Bryce Sinesak. Even with the tires, they're still They're still trying to complete these passes. They're still trying to pass, Katie.
That they are. If you hear a loud thump, it's probably me falling out of my chair because I find myself, kind of trying to drive along with these guys.
Oh. Doing a little bit of kind of ghost carring, right?
Yeah, and it makes a loud thump when you fall. I can tell you that.
A little bit different. Oh, so we don't have that here. Co-commentator doing ghost car out there. You can't see her,
but she's there.
Well, the 24 still trying to complete the pass there in the 35. The 35 of Darren Clement all the way up there, committed on that third lane up there against the wall. Gets a little loose coming out of the corner. Manages to hold it. And another group. Oh, the 23. Garrett Heath getting loose. We are almost 3 wide again.
Caution flag.
Oh, we got a caution. And as soon as I can catch up to Jason Eisenhower, and it looks like the 7 was involved in this. Let's go back and take a look. The number 7 of Ed Morris, and that is my pick here tonight, unfortunately. Not unfortunately that I picked him, but unfortunately involved in this caution here. And of course Jason involved in it as well, so both of them unfortunately gonna have some damage to deal with. Oh, right here it looks like is where this kind of initiated. The 36 on the high line, right there, contact made. That's gonna send the 7 around, and both of them gonna go hard into the outside of wall. The 36 and the 7 really nowhere to go. 36 kind of caught and locked into the 7. The 7 kind of sideways. Couldn't really back out of it or nothing. So both of these gentlemen are going to have some damage to deal with. We'll let the admins, Don and Andy, do their thing, like I say, every time. About lap 62 here, 133, and yet again, pit road busy.
Once again, capitalize on it. I mean, every possible chance you can. I don't know that I would chance staying out on these old tires like that. And like I said, potentially not only ruining your night, but, somebody around you too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Every chance you get. Yeah, every chance you get right now, just kind of come down, get the tires, get your fuel, and go ahead and continue it because you can't make it here. It looks like Joshua Gillian and Nolan Neiman going to stay out. I believe these two drivers might be a lap down as we watch here and see who is going to win the race off of pit road. Who is it going to be? Ooh, that was close, but I believe it is going to be the 88 of David Weishart. Going to beat Alan Elwood off of pit road. Well, that's a little shake-up.
Well, I mean, why not have your lead change right at the halfway mark? That definitely shakes it up.
Yeah, it's going to shake it up. Yeah, why not? Well, all right. Well, let's see. How about we go, we haven't talked to the leader here tonight, so how about we go ahead and bring up David Weishart. David, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we haven't talked to the leader tonight because, well, I mean, it's been Allen, but you beat him off of pit road. Talk about that pit stop there, bud.
I finally got a good one. My first two were awful, and then finally I hit my box right and hit the gears right down pit road and was able to get off in the lead.
Well, I mean, a lot of fast drivers still out there tonight, each and every week, David. What is it going to take? You've got the number 5 there. You're going to be starting there with you.
Yeah, he's passed. I mean, he's led the whole race, and he's the defending champion and whatnot. And I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good. As soon as my speed is on the long run, and every time it starts to get a long run and the cars get fun to drive, we wreck. So I'm hoping for a full fuel run here, get some green flag pit stops. I don't know if this 40 up here in front of me is pitted or what. So, but that's what
Okay.
I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a long run here.
Well, right now it shows you in second, so Joshua's not pitted yet. So I don't know if he's going to pit, but hey, it is what it is, you know. But anyway, yeah, it ain't over, bud. David, good luck down there. It ain't over, man.
Thanks, guys. Have fun up there.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, let's see here. You know, Joshua Gillian has been out here at about 20, 21 laps. I imagine he is going to come down pit road. Now, he's going to lead a lap. You don't get a bonus point for leading a lap, but he is going to lead a lap, and he is going to come down pit road here. So he is going to get the lap led, and that's going to give the lead up to David Weishart and Alan Elwood. It looks like David is going to be choosing that inside line, and Alan Elwood going to be on the outside. Well, Katie, I'll let you get him going this time. Oh, I can't hear you.
I have found myself hitting the wrong button for the last 5 minutes. It's great.
Well, all right, coming to the back stretch. David Allen up front, row one. David's going to be in control. All four tires of the pace car must be down and off of the track before he can go. He has control of the field. So coming into three this time by Katie, get him going.
All right, Ford Mustang is getting ready to duck off here shortly at Vegas. Weishart and Elwood going to be your starting two. Who's going to fire off early? I'm going to say Elwood's not going to waste any time, but green flag and we are back racing. 3 wide coming off the line.
Right, David Weishart gets the jump. That's going to put Cameron Hearn now in second. Allen's falling back. Well, folks, halfway here tonight, lap 66. It's time we do a little bit of crank it up here on MaxSpeedTV. Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Well, of course, we've been live, but a few laps there, crank it up. Battle still persisting all over the track here. As always, we're going to bring up the driver bar here. Mike Rowinger under fire from Darren Clement in the 35. Tommy Haynes in the 17. Started second, currently running in ninth. Right now, Tommy probably not where he wants to be, but you know, right now it's you can say it's early, but we are over the halfway mark. Jeffrey Creek, Justin Gann, Garrett D. Grant, all right here together. The 51 of Jeffrey going to complete the pass there. Oh, here comes the 24 of Grant getting a big run there. He put that front bumper all the way up to the 51, but the 51 of Jeffrey Creek going to make the pass on the 30.
I wonder if he felt that little draft back there going, your presence is known, I get it.
I'm sure he did. I've raced here at Vegas. I've raced here in the open wheel, the Indy cars, and I've raced here, of course, in the Xfinity cars. It was the older Xfinity cars, but I've raced them. And you can definitely tell when somebody's behind you, for sure. So I'm sure he felt it. And of course, if he's looking in his rearview mirror, gonna definitely see him back there.
We talked a little bit about that side draft. I mean, as far as the draft from behind you, can you feel that extra pull as a driver here?
Well, I don't know. With this new package, that would probably be something for these drivers, to ask these drivers. Because it is a new package. So I don't know if they're going to be able to feel that. Now, I'm sure the side draft, as we see and we watch here with Michael Thwaites, Jerry Glenn, and Nick Hunt, these drivers all right here together. They're getting draft off one another. They're getting side draft off one another. And I'm sure they're taking away the air off of one another as they go now single file there in that third line, mid to high line. That's going to put Zach Ogburn on that low line. That's, like I said, that's probably going to be something for the drivers to get an answer from them to see how that is.
I'd be curious to talk to Alan Elwood because I did get to check in, the practice they had going before this. This guy stayed out front the whole time, and he has led the entire race up until now. So I got to wonder, does that clean air, make that big of a difference here at Vegas versus, some of these smaller tracks like that?
Well, I imagine clean air is a big thing, and I would imagine. But, an interesting fact because, these drivers are going to know more than what we will because they're down there and they're feeling everything. So, that would be something to ask them. But we've been green flag here since the restart, and these guys have been out here now in about 15 laps. So, they're starting to, the tires now are starting to fall off a little more. As Jacob Bell on the high side going to get past there by the 14 of Cale Gale. I've got him in the 83 here on the driver bar. Not sure why.
You talk about slick? I'm telling you, there was a sick slider back there by the 23 of Heath to get past Haynes back there, and man, it was smooth.
Okay, that's okay. I do have him in the correct car. My bad. It was the 14. Who is the 14? Oh, that's GT Hawkins. My bad. I do apologize. I was looking at the wrong car there. So I got Cale Gale in the right car. It's GT that's in the wrong number that I have. That's just going to be a work in progress to figure out what's going on there. I mean, the battle back here, though, between Cale Gale, Jacob Bell, Cameron Hearn. Jacob's fallen back. GT Hawkins, they've kind of fallen back as Alan Elwood Elwood looks back to the inside of the 88 of David Weishart. Can Allen retake the lead? They're coming up on a lap car there. I'm not entirely sure. They got the 40 of Joshua Gillian. Probably some communication going on. Joshua is only one lap down. Right now he's setting at the driver. If a caution was to come out, he would get the wave around. But Alan Elwood and David Weishart right there on his tail. Right now, Joshua's saying caution. These leaders are here. I want a caution.
Yeah, but if I was Allen sitting right there, I would have used that 40 as a pick and tried to get past there and, pull that lead just a little bit from Weishart. I mean, every position's going to count. And as long as this lap car is going to stay right back there just like that, like I said, he can use him as a pick and use that to his advantage, go to the front and, get back out front and take this lead back.
Well, the 40 up against the wall. That opened the gap there. And right around Allen it goes and David Weishart. David still keeping it close. Oh, we got a caution. Michael Thwaites in the number 12. Let's go back here and take a look at what happened to Michael. All right. Well, it's coming upon the 67, the 46 right behind him, and the 67. Oh, what happened here? 67, 12, 46, 87, 98. Oh, right here, the 12 coming out of two, snaps loose. That goes sideways, doesn't hit anything, but does go off of the track there, gets it locked down in front of traffic, and sideways and in front of traffic. That is where the caution will fly. Back up front. Hit road going to be busy yet again. Right now, lap 84 of 133.
I know we talked about it a little bit earlier. I mean, you're obviously going to have to play the tire game here, but I can't wait to see later on in this season how this is going to come into play when, your pit crew is going to come into the biggest factor. Do you try to take that risky 2 tire stop? But, I mean, clearly now you're going to have to take 4. But, waiting to see how these guys play it out. Oh, my gosh. Cannot do it.
Well, it's about to get even more racy, I should say. These guys, as the laps start to wind down, these guys, they fire it up. Well, you wanted to talk to him, so we're going to go ahead and bring him up here, and we're going to let you talk to the number 5 of Alan Elwood. Go ahead.
Hey, Alan, it's Katie up in the booth. You got a copy on us?
Got you loud and clear.
All right, sir. Well, like I said, I got to kind of watch you a little bit in the practice before this. And, up until the halfway point, you dominated this race. Once you got stuck in that second spot, I mean, I can't say how bad was it, but how much did the airplay change when you got out of that clean air and moved back into second?
Through the first half, a little bit of that run, until the tires started to fade, it almost seemed like there was kind of a brick wall. And I think he was running the high line where I was running, so the first half of the run there too, we were both running the same line, so I was kind of not really making any ground regardless. But I feel like once the tires kind of wear out and people start kind of getting a little bit free, I think that's where my advantage comes in, because I love loose race cars, so the looser the better. And as the run goes on, it seems like this thing just kind of gets out of control, so you really have to baby the throttle, and that's where you can get through that wall and actually start making the ground up.
So I'm clearly new to the series, so I'm gonna ask: are you more of a short run driver, or are you better on the long stretch?
I would say, I guess if I had to pick a strong suit, it'd probably be the long run. I could definitely lay down a pole lap if I want to, but I think over the course of the long run, I take pride in taking care of the tires and trying to be there at the end of the run, and if there's a green flag run, then it pays off. But yeah, I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd probably say long run.
All right, so we're gonna be coming. I can't say to the home stretch, but let's say a little over 50 laps. What's your strategy going to the end?
We're gonna see. I don't think we can make it on fuel from here. So I'm thinking there's probably gonna be at least a couple more cautions. So I'm not really worried about fuel mileage, but honestly, just kind of taking it. I've been kind of taking it easy the first couple laps each run, just kind of letting everything settle out, and then just kind of let the long run speed take over. So that's what we're gonna try to do here.
All right, sir. Well, good luck getting back going green flag racing, and I hope to be talking to you here at the end.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Alan. Good luck down there, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Awesome interview. Well, all right, Alan Elwood going to be up toward the front. GT in second. Kelgale in third, fourth. They keep swapping back and forth. So it's
Regardless, it's him to the inside.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. GT Allen up front. Coming to lap 88 here tonight. Pace cars off and away. Here we go, Allen on the loud pedal, and the green flag is back out. We are back underway here for the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series. And Allen jumping up front.
I was going to say, he's clearly got the long run figured out, but he's got the restarts figured out pretty well, too.
As we look back, Mike Rominger, Dalton Cowden, Jeffrey Creek, and Bryce Settasack all pretty much right here together. Everybody's still pretty much kind of neck and neck here. The 23 of Garrett Heath trying to make his move up toward the front. These guys still battling it up here. And we're going to go 3 wide. Are we going to go 3 wide? Dalton Cowden in the 34 in the middle. Oh, that is going to pull off. Who is that? The number 30 of Justin Gann. Just the slightest bit of contact. Losing several positions, falling back here to 18, 3 wide. Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that 3 wide.
Oh, yeah. It's going to get gutsy. It's going to get really dicey here shortly. Like I said, I don't see it just in the last 30 laps, but I'm going to say 40 because these guys are going to try to make up all that position they can, and oh, my gosh.
Well, Allen, about a half a second up front from GT. Cale Gale in third. I'm going to talk about Cale here real quick. Cale Gale winning last week. He started 14th here tonight. He opened up the season winning the first race. We see him up front here in third. I don't believe they can make it on fuel. They'll have to pit. Do you short pit?
I wouldn't. I mean, regardless, I definitely would not. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to word that other than tires are key, fuel is going to be key. I really don't predict a lot of cautions. These guys have it figured out. They know what they can and can't do. I can see whenever they get close to certain drivers.
Oh, I'm watching a battle back here between the 35 and the 32. Really, really close, door to door, side by side. They're not bumper to bumper. They're side by side.
Are you ghosting in that chair?
Oh, man. No, I'm not ghosting. I don't ghost.
I am. I'm riding with the 14/31 of GT Hawkins on that outside. And oh my, yeah, like I said, we're going to hear a crash here out of the chair before too long.
Oh, man. The 1431 going to fall back here as Kale tries to make the pass for second. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to lose my voice before the night's over with. I guarantee you. Oh, we got a car kind of off the pace here. I don't know who that was right up ahead of him. The 17 of Tommy Haynes getting a little bit of loosey-goosey there, it looked like. You kept the momentum, kept it going. Got the 30 now, Justin Gann behind him. Garrett D. Grant, Corbin Balky. This is back here running 50, 60. Oh, we got a caution. Oh, and it's a big one, the 34 of Dalton Cowden, if I can catch up to him, involved. But let's go back and take a look. What happened to the 34 of Cowden? He is all over the back bumper of the 23. Oh, right there. Oh, that was close. The 23 and the 34. Let's get a far chase view of this and kind of look at it here in slow motion. Right here. The 34 and the 23, slightest bit of contact there on that left rear of the 23. That's going to send the 23 around. The 34 trying to do everything he can to save it back up onto the track. He goes. The 87 getting around, the 4 getting around. Let's go back here and take a look at the 23 of Garrett Heath. Looks like Garrett took a hit as he goes spinning. The 29. All right, we see it right here. The 23 goes around, just trying to lock it up, not trying to get into anybody, but right here we're going to see the 29 T-boning the 23. Heavy damage to both the 29 and the 23. And several drivers involved in this one. All right. 98 of 133. Well, as they made the pit stops there, Ryan Swan in the 67. Gonna get the wave around, it looks like. Alan Elwood back up front. Let's talk to... How about we talk to Tommy Haynes? If I can find him here.
We missed
Tommy Haynes, Joshua Medlock in the broadcast booth. Got a copy.
Loud and clear, Joshua.
Well, Tommy, currently back here in 13th. You started second, and it's going to get... Whoa, you guys are coming out pit road.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Well, you know, man, what is it going to take out here tonight, buddy?
I'll save you tires, man. You know, I'm pretty good about 3 or 4 laps, and then if I get to that bottom, back end's coming around. So I don't know. Try to save tires or just go balls out. I don't know.
you, at this point, you don't know, right?
Yeah, I think it's just balls out now. Let's just see what happens.
All right. Well, putting it bluntly, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, Tommy, it ain't over, buddy. You know, you have to put it into perspective, man. Hard racing by everybody. Ooh, as you spin the tires there, hard racing by everybody. You know, you've got to look at it. There is, you know, a potential for a GWC. So I know you guys are probably, that's in your mind. You got a game plan going forward as we come to 33 to go.
Yeah, I'm going to just try to pick them off one at a time here and see what happens and try to stay out of trouble because I got a feeling everything's going to amp up here and the giving and taking is going to probably quit.
All right. Well, you guys got the one to go. Tommy, good luck down there, buddy.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
All right, well, I thought I was alive there, and I wasn't. I was a little behind. That's my bad.
Oh, man, that's unfortunate because that guy's interview was classic.
He just bluntly, basically. That's the way some of these guys are. They just throw it out there. They don't care, you know. Well, Katie, I'm going to let you do the honors to get them going. With 33 to go, we're coming to 33 to go. Let's time by.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what this is fixing to bring because not only are you looking at, you know, the bare minimum on that tire window, but these guys are going to be pushing it. All right, pace car down, and looks like Ryan Swan to the inside of Elwood. Can Elwood get that start like he did on that last one? Cale Gale is not going to waste time here, pushing that inside line, and he's going to have company back there. I'm curious to see what these guys are fixing to do around him. Elwood falls off just slightly on that outside line, but man, the 83 of Cale Gale, like I said, had it going last night and apparently has got this figured out again tonight, and he's going to charge up to the lead, and Swan's going to fall off hard on that outside.
Well, folks, you've seen action. Guess what? You're going to see a lot more action. Oh, buddy. Alan Elwood, Cale Gale find his way up here. He is looking. Cale's already led a lap. He is trying to get up here. Cameron Hearn, Jacob Bell back up here. Hunter McDaniel, haven't talked about the 75 much. He knows this league very well. He is back at it again this season, and he is up here running in a fifth as 30 to go. These guys know it's coming down to the wire. If you was out there racing, Katie, right now, you could make it on fuel. What do you got to do? Is it send it time?
I think you put a stamp on that bad boy and you send it. You go all the way to the front and you don't lift.
So you send it, basically. You just go.
Basically. Just go. But then again, if this was me racing, I probably would have been wrecked out about 104 laps ago.
104 laps ago. So what you're saying is you're kind of like me.
I'm terrible.
Yeah. I'm horrible. I am not the best. I will put it to you that way. And these guys out here, these guys are just proving, you know, what they can do and what they're capable of doing. Yeah, you're going to have your caution. No doubt about it. Huge field. And just looking at it, oh, the 14 losing some steam there. GT Hawkins, 1431. Still not sure why that's showing the way it's showing, but losing some steam as they go side by side behind him. You know, we still have 35 drivers. Well, 37 drivers out here on the racetrack. We do have a couple of them. Nolan Neiman, 1 lap down. He's looking for a caution. He wants to get back on the lead lap. Jason Eisenhower, 6 laps down. Mark Hamlin back out here on the track, looking like a modified, but you know, you run it until it blows, and that's what these guys are known for, is just run it until it just goes. You know, he's out here still running his race, so still a pretty good size field out here, and it's just going to get more racy as these tires wear off. They find the grip or they don't find the grip. You're in for a show.
Yeah, I think at this point, it's like you pray for that caution, but pray not to be the caution. I mean, you really want it because you want that fuel window, but I mean, if I was some of these guys, like I said, I would just send it regardless. You don't lift, you just plow through it and go.
Rick in chat. Yeah, for sure, Katie. Rick in chat saying I'm doing well on a lung and a half. So, yeah, still got to watch. Cale Gale, Jacob Bell, Cameron Hearn, Allen. Allen's not out of the woods. Allen is by far not out of the woods. He is still up here, up in front. He's led 86 laps. Now, he is going to take away the most laps led here tonight. That cannot be taken away from Allen. But with the run Allen has had here tonight, Katie, right now he does not want to mess this up. He wants to capitalize and take home that victory with these laps that he's led.
I mean, in that practice, I mean, he dominated. He stayed up at that front. I mean, I'm going to say it just about the whole time. Clearly, Vegas is a really good track for him, so maybe he had that mentality and that little extra boost of confidence tonight. And, I mean, I'll put it blunt. He had hellacious restarts, so he's out there, he's away, and he's going to try to get to that regardless if it's checkers or wreckers, he's going.
Checkers or wreckers. Well, you know, they say cautions breed cautions, but this league doesn't really... They really don't have that per se. Yeah, we do have the cautions, and I keep repeating that because we do. Now, these guys are coming up on lap cars here. They're going to be coming up on, I believe, that is the 51. If I can find him. Where's that, the 33? I'm not sure who that is. The 91, 191, Blair Patterson. They're going to get around him just fine. You know, these lap cars out here, they can throw a dinger into your race. As we see, Cameron Hearn second, and Cale Gale has caught up to them. These top three have kind of broken away, but this back here, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, they're still battling out. They're still single file.
Fighting it out for second. And looks like he'll get it.
Yep. 25. Going back to 3rd. Cale to 2nd. We seen it last week, folks. Guess what? Well, we're going to be coming to the next lap by. Well, guess what? Katie, folks out there at Extreme Motorsports Sim Speed Shop, we are at 20 to go here tonight.
You're on that home stretch, and like I said, these guys are not conserving, I can't say conserving fuel. I mean, they're trying to hold off as much as they can, but this is the point where you want to get out front. And Gale showed it last week. He can do this. I mean, clearly, he's got the name. He's got the reputation. But he held on to enough car to hold off this long. I mean, 19 more. I think he can do it.
Man, it's, you know, we're at 19 to go. Well, right now, we're going to go ahead and talk about the green-white checker. They only get one. if it comes down to that, let's say it comes down to it. We're going to go and throw it out there. Do you think track position is going to play more important, or do you think you've got to come down pit road because of your tires and potentially your fuel?
I think it's going to be close. I mean, that tire wear you said was around 25 to 30. Fuel
38.
between.
Yeah, tires 25, 30, yeah.
It's still pretty close. I mean, I don't think I would short pit it. Oh, man. I don't know whether to say, hope for that caution or just let these guys run it out, because this has been some phenomenal racing so far. And, oh, man, the last few are going to be insane.
Well, as we look, they're going to get around lap traffic. Again, they've been out here at about 19 laps. So we've still got 17 to go. So they 19, can...
like 19?
19.
Okay, that's how Arkansas talk.
Hush. I could say 9 or 10,
Military. As long as I'm not doing math, I'm good.
Oh, Ben on Allen, he's up here running up front. Cale Gale still got a company, though, with Cameron Hearn. But Jacob Bell in a fourth. I still wouldn't count out anybody, though. I just can't.
At this point, you can't. I mean, obviously your leaders, I can't say are using picks anymore, but they're going to be coming up to lap traffic again here soon. Elwood still just has that lead figured out. He's got the air going, and once he gets out front, he's just a force to be reckoned with.
Well, it's one of two, Rick. I'll get with you on that later. So, yeah, we get them every time, unfortunately. I know, it's the trolls. But they did give us the view because they had to come here to hit that just to, give us that thumbs down. They had to give us the view to hit it. So, they gave us the view. I'm happy. So, Oh, we got a car losing it. Jeffrey Creek, the 51. Something happened to Jeffrey. He is off pace here below that white line. What is going on with that 51? Go back and take a look here. Still under green. We're going to go check here and take a look at what happened to 51 of Creek. Oh, across the grass. Oh, and he does manage to lock it down and save it. Good save there by Jeffrey. Awesome save. The back up front we go. 0.7 of a second ahead of Cameron Hearn. Ellen Elwood going to take it right here. 12 to go.
Uh-oh.
And we get a caution. Whoa, where did this come out at? I'm going to look here. Not entirely sure.
And this right here changes things.
Yes, it does. It changes things a lot. I don't know where that caution came out at. I am looking back here on Ed Morris, but I don't know if that's where it came out or if it was ahead of him or behind him. And it was ahead of him. So let's see here. Garrett D. Grant. Oh, Andrew Mraz in the number 10 of Gary May. And we're going to rewind it here just a little bit. It looks like there might have been some contact there as well between the 34 and the 99. We'll look at it. Oh, right there. Might have been some neck coating issues. That's Don Kidder and Andy Starcher. They'll look at that. Andrew Mraz sideways almost. And right there is where the 10 gets right with the 99. Now he is sideways. And of course the caution is going to come out. He does keep it straight in that Norton Graphics Ford Mustang. But this does change things for sure. And there's no doubt about it. Everybody down pit road. Well, I don't interview, or I try not to interview anybody under 10 to go. And I definitely don't interview anybody under green, white, checker. So,
no, that's not smart.
No, it's not. Alan Elwood going to be jumping back out in front. Jacob Bell going to be second. That's going to be Cameron Hearn third. Hunter McDaniel fourth. Cale Gale fifth. And Mike Rominger sixth. Darren Clement seventh. Bryce Sidisak eighth. GT ninth. And David Weishart 10th. Off of pit road. Well, we're going to be coming to 9 to go. This will probably be 2 to go this time by. All right, so it's probably going to be the 2 to go. Next time by, be coming to 8. That'll be 1 to go, so they'll probably get the green flag at about 7 to go. Now, under 4 laps, or right at 4, 5, or 4, and sometimes 6 laps, you'll get a green, white, checkered. So we're really going to have to watch and see what happens. You know, under the limit there, I would say at 4 or 5 to go, that's where you're really going to have to really watch it. But they've had I would say about 3 to 4 laps under, when they had cautions, they go to about 3 to 4 laps. So even at 6, we may still get that 1 GWC if we have a caution.
If. Big if.
Yeah, big if. Big if.
Once again, though, this is a totally different caliber of drivers than I'm used to. Any other time, I would say wheel spin might be a serious issue coming back green, but they've come off with such amazing green flag, restarts again that, I mean, Elwood's a force to be reckoned with. And clearly, we had pre-race talk that, Bell might be a big issue tonight. I mean, he definitely charged his way back up to the front, so he might have had something going there.
Yeah, well, and, Rick Donathan's pick, the number 77, as they do get that 1 to go this time by. No surprise, the 5 going to choose the inside line. Jacob Bell going to be doing everything he can to anticipate that 5's moves. Of course, you can't change lanes before the start-finish line, and you can't go 3 wide before the exit of turn 3, or turn 2. Almost said turn 3, but it's turn 2. So, after the start-finish line and after turn 2, it's going to be everybody. Yeah, it's going to be...
Words. Josh is fixing to get loud.
I'm about to get loud. And that's not a bad pick for Rick. Alan Elwood, Cameron Hearn, Hunter McDaniel, Mike Rominger, Cale Gale. I mean, we got him right here. GT, can't count him out. I mean, right now sitting in 10th. If the guys up in front of him have an accident and he gets through it, GT's still in the mix. Well, here we go. Get them going, Katie.
All right, so clearly I'm a Chevy girl, so let's get that Mustang off the track. And he ducks off. Elwood to the inside, wasting no time. Bell to the outside, being pushed by the 75 of Hunter McDaniel, and it is fixing to be a stretch to the checkered, guys.
Yes, it is. 7 to go, folks. 7 laps remain. All right, the 75 changed the lanes after the start-finish line. He dropped down low. Now we're coming out of the exit of turn 2 here. And this is where it's going to start to get even more Side by side, 2 and 3 wide. What does Allen have to do to hold on to the charging 25, the charging 77, the charging 75? Everybody on fresh tires. We're going to go look like 3 wide behind them at the 88 to the inside. David Weishart, good Lord. They're going to get a wind down here, and they're going to go back 2 wide. But the battle is still persistent back here with the 88 and the 14. Side by side, bumper to bumper, at his quarter panel. Here we go. The 09 of Bryce Sinisak pushing the 88. This is where that draft does play into a factor. Coming into turn number 1.
At this point, I'd be nervous. I mean, clearly some of these guys can push, but I think I'd be nervous who I had on that back bumper. They have it figured out, though. He's going to move right back up the track and have that clean run going, but that 09 is going to duck to the inside, and, oh, it's going to get dicey.
5 to go, 4 to go this time by as Allen crosses the line. This is the moment of a, if it happens, yellow, green, white, check, whatever. That does, come into a factor if it happens. But these battles still side by side. They're still, some of them are going single file, but Allen, he's got the target. Coming to 3 to go this time by. 3 to go for Allen Elwood. 12 more turns, and you say that like it's a lot. Well, here in Vegas, 12 turns, that's a lot.
Yeah, but right now, all bets are off. I mean, this close, just go.
Darren Clement to the inside of the 9 of Rominger. The 88, David Weishart looking to take it 3 wide. 3 wide, David to the low side. The 35 in the middle. The 9 of Mike Rominger to the outside. They can hold it, I've seen it, but the 9 of Mike gonna get the run on the high line.
75 just came with a slider right back, putting him in 3rd, so he's within striking distance of these guys, and he's kind of sitting back in the catbird seat, waiting on one of these top 2 to mess up and try to get that win.
All righty, folks, 2 to go, 1 to go. That time by. Here we go. Allen Elwood, Cameron Hearn, whatever happens behind them happens. Allen Elwood, 111 laps, checkered flag for the number 5 of Allen Elwood. A dominating performance here tonight for that number 5. He is going to come away with the win here for the 2nd race of the Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series. Cameron Hearn 2nd, Hunter McDaniel in 3rd. Some taps going on there between Cameron and Allen. Oh boy, awesome racing by these guys. Man, Katie, awesome job.
Whew. Yeah, I was driving right along there. I can't even lie.
All right, as Allen Elwood does his victory burnouts here on the front stretch. We're going to step away here real quick, get the top 3 up here, and don't go anywhere. The MaxSpeedTV post-race show with the top 3 coming up right after this. Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. And we have caught up with, first, second, and third here tonight. We're going to go ahead and start here with our third place finisher here tonight, Hunter McDaniel. Man, awesome performance out there here tonight, buddy. Talk about your racing. The green flag runs that you guys did have here tonight. And, the way the tires kind of fell off, it seemed like I was getting to that run, and then bam, a caution. Talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't have said it better. Those tires, after about 15 laps or so, they started to get real slick, and you had to feather that throttle through that turn, and I'm sure you saw it with a bunch of people self-spinning or just losing that rear end. So, we came into the race knowing that it was going to be slick on the long run, and we had prepared for it. We were good on the long run. I think that was where our car was the best. We struggled a little bit on the short run. Unfortunately, we did have a short run there at the end, but we were able to hold on and actually gain a position. But through the race, it was just managing your tires and managing your track position. Because once those tires gone, it'd be icy loose, and you could go down to the bottom on the long run and make a pass. Try to force the other guy into a bad decision. Try to make him overdrive it. But it was a lot of track position and just keeping your head and taking care of the car. And we didn't get as many long green flag runs as I'd like, but it turned out in the end okay. We came away with a third place finish.
Well, third place finish, points on the line, it's everything. Second race of the season, you got to do everything you can, but Las Vegas is not known really to use tires, but tonight with the hot track temps, it used the tires a little more, but yet made the fuel mileage a little bit more than what it would have been, if it was cooler. So, talk about that, and of course, talk about the next race going into next week.
Yeah, fuel strategy was a big part of when we came in. We assumed that it was going to come down to a fuel strategy race, and we were all set up for it. I think when we had tested it out in practice and everything, we were getting about 40, 42 at the max, and we were easily squeezing another, I'd say 3, 4, maybe even 5 laps on that longer run. It was an intense race, just trying to survive, really. Fuel really didn't come into a big factor tonight, but Michigan coming up next week, fuel is always a factor here in Extreme.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but we've had quite a few races here at Extreme in the Xfinity series that have come down to drivers crossing the line without any gas. So we're gonna bring our A game. We've had success here in the past at Michigan, so we're gonna practice, buckle down, and try to maybe not outdrive these guys, but try to outsmart them at the very least.
Well, Hunter, Michigan is my favorite non-super speedway track because it acts like a super speedway. You get draft, you go 3 and 4 wide. Everything happens at Michigan. So it's my favorite non-super speedway track, and I can't wait to call it, man. Thought shout-out you want to give before you go celebrate and get ready for next week, bud?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Maverick Motorsports GT. He ran strong all night, and he could have easily won it if it wasn't for that last pit stop. He's a great driver. Jason and Adam Eisenhower, those guys are great, and John Sterling, all those guys are great teammates. And thank y'all for putting on the broadcast and everyone out there watching. It's a blast to run in, and it's a blast to sit back and watch after the race and see how it all went down.
All right, Hunter, we appreciate it, man. I'm sure everybody else does. Go celebrate your third place finish here tonight. We'll see you next week at Michigan.
Thank you so much, Joshua.
Buddy. All righty. Well, that is going to bring us to our second place finisher here tonight. And, he had he had a fast car as well. The number 25 of Cameron Hearn doing everything he could to catch up to the leaders, going side by side, 3 wide. Cameron, man, talk about your battles out there that you had to endure.
Yeah, it was all race. You had guys that were fast at the beginning of the runs, middle runs, end of runs. It was tough track to pass at, and you can make it very difficult to pass at. And sometimes I had to do that to other people to kind of, keep them behind me, because it's one of those things. If they get by me, running them down is one thing, but then passing them again is another. So to try to maintain track position this race.
Well, track position is a big key, but it really came down to that last caution about 10, 11 laps. the last caution come out, and then everybody came down pit road. The tires, the fuel, everybody had them, and it was just a battle. Whoever could just pretty much saved it, man. Talk about that real quick.
Yeah, definitely the last run. I mean, I ran it as pretty much every lap was a qualifying lap, and I was pretty much maintaining with Alan. I wasn't gaining on him, and he wasn't pulling away. But I tried to drive it in there, closing laps just to try to do something, see if it would stick. And as hard as the track was, it just really wasn't sticking and was pushing up the nose. But Alan qualified front, first, and had a quick car all race, and he was the person to beat. And I knew if I didn't beat him off pit road, it'd be a tough job anybody getting in front of him.
Well, in Las Vegas out of the way. Go to next week at Michigan, a non-super speedway, super speedway, so to speak. Because drafting, tire wear, fuel wear, teammate, all that plays into a factor at Michigan. Talk about that real quick.
Yeah, Michigan is, not there's a lot more grip out there than Las Vegas, a lot faster. And with that, with more speed comes more tire wear too. So another track that, it's like every weekend, week out, just saving your stuff. And one of those, like you said, teammates drafting and stuff. It's one of those things, even this race, you can kind of push the car, making the move in front of you, push him up beside the car he's trying to pass. So even in this track, with the draft package, you can definitely help move people up to the front.
Well, all right. Well, Cameron, congratulations on second place here tonight, man. Thought shout-outs. Want to give before you go celebrate, buddy.
Yeah, VRA for contacting me, getting me involved in Extreme Motorsports 99. Annie Starcher, Don Kidder, all the guys that week in and week out. Rick Donathan do a great job of this league. The broadcast is great. Shout out to my wife who lets me do this, lets me do something that I enjoy a few nights a week. And also my youngest fan, Ryan Taylor, from Augusta, Georgia. Shout out to him too. He's probably in bed. He'll probably watch it tomorrow morning on his way to school.
All right, Cameron, we'll see you next week. And again, congratulations on second here tonight, bud.
I appreciate it.
Well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight. And Katie Dugas has caught up with the number 5 of Alan Elwood.
All right, I'll keep it short, sweet, and to the point. From Victory Lane, got to talk to you earlier. Elwood, how's it feel?
Feels good. After winning the Cup race last week and then coming back and doing it this week with the Xfinity Series, it's going toward the goal of defending that championship. So we're one step closer.
I gotta say, going into Michigan, is it going to give you a confidence boost going into this and try to give you that extra little boost going into next week and try to get back in Victory Lane again?
Absolutely, because last week I struggled, at least in the Xfinity Series, coming out the gate. So that was a bummer. The Cup Series got me going with that win, and coming in here today, laid down quick laps right into practice. I was like, okay, I think we can do it tonight, and just staying up front was the goal. We did it. We stayed out of the wall, took care of the tires, and somehow we got it done.
That you did. Like I said, you used it to your advantage. You got back out there. You got the clean air going. So I'm going to let you celebrate, but tell us who's on the car and who you got to thank tonight.
We got Ricardo Kart on the cart. That's the chassis we race in karting. So if you're looking for a kart chassis or to get started, Burrell Ricardo is the way to go. Everybody with VRA teammates showed strong tonight. We got a good group, so we're looking forward to the next few races. And you guys, Katie, you did an awesome job tonight, I'm sure. So we appreciate you hopping in the booth with Josh and everybody at Extreme for putting on the show.
All right, sir. Well, once again, thanks for having me. And like I said, go celebrate with the teammates and good luck going into next week.
Appreciate it. Gonna hold on to our butts. Thanks, guys.
I had a blast.
And I was muted that whole time. I do apologize for that, but we went down the wire here, Katie. These guys know how to run, correct?
Oh, yeah, you couldn't be any more right there.
Oh, man. All righty, folks. Well, that's going to do it here for MaxSpeedTV. Tomorrow night, the Rick Motec Cup Series. We're right back at it here, 8:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 Central. And it is going to be an awesome performance, nonetheless. But until tomorrow night, folks, stay safe and have a good night.